Hey guys, back in the shop again today. Working on the. I swear I'm gonna get the hang of this camera thing. That old blue Willys again, and we're working on this fuel tank. So it is catch you up just slightly. Go back, watch the other parts this week if you want to see more detail. But basically, built a foam buck 3D shape model of what I wanted for a fuel tank, was able to test fit that in the chassis, and now we are making all the templates for the sheet metal that we're going to bend up to make the tank. So you can see pretty much got it all closed in on this side all the way around, and so the foam buck here is in all that, and when I get it all done, the foam buck should just come right out of the bottom after I flip it over, top after I flip it over. Anyways, so that's how that's going. Do have a couple tricks for you. I'll show you real quick here on this stuff. It's pretty easy. I really do like this chipboard. I think it works just great. I talked about that in a previous video too. It's just the perfect thickness. So here's some tricks for you. If you're going to do inside curves like this around an inside feature, I would use basically one piece, and then you score the back with a utility blade, razor knife, whatever you have, even a pocket knife I think will work. You make a little line, and then it makes a living hinge with a fairly crisp bend line that you can take in and out and test fit, and you don't have to have that extra taped edge on the inside to deal with. So that works really well, and I use that in places kind of like this, and it just makes it easier to kind of have extra hands, if you will, to hold all this stuff together. So that's one tip. The next one is I picked up some of these hook and loop style open cell sanding pads. So this one is a Diablo reusable sanding block, and so it has a stiff side, which works really good for keeping things flat, and then not for this foam stuff. I guess you could if you were doing really 3D, but it does have a squishy side too. But anyways, this stuff seems to clean out pretty well with just a little air and taking it apart. And then it gives a much nicer surface finish than the rasp and the Scotch-Brite. I don't think I have any surfaces left that I've tried. Oh, here's one. So you can see it gives a much nicer surface finish. So this buck's almost done, or this template's almost done. I have to close off kind of this front part, around, back in, all that stuff. But other than that, it's all has its template done. So one more little evening session probably, and we'll have that done. Then we can make the this is actually the top of the tank that's on the table, and that's all flat. So I'll make one template also that fits that, and that will be the last thing for that gets welded on. I'll be able to do all the internal things for the plumbing and the I won't call them baffles because that's kind of a bad word, but all the internal structure for the tank, and then put that top on at the very last. Be able to tack weld the whole thing together, tape the seams, and then purge it with argon. It will be stainless, so I think the best option or best thing to do is to back purge it with argon for final welding. This is a significant investment, a custom project like this, so it is worth a little bit of extra time there. So that's the plan. We have just a little bit more, and then we get to start cutting metal and bending it. So stay tuned. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Subscribe, drop a comment if you have questions, please. That really seems to help with how this YouTube thing's going. I think there's a bell to click, all those things. So thanks for following along, everybody. We'll see you later. Bye.